anyone, anything. Jeez. No, I find this crazy because Microsoft bought Activision, and so that being said, it's like Microsoft is trying to slam PlayStation all of a sudden. I read this article saying that Microsoft wants to outdo PlayStation, and this is it. And let me just say this. Anybody could have bought Activision. Anybody could have done it. You know, all you gotta do is just think about the PlayStation 2 back in the days. That one popular video game called Tribes Aerial Assault. Who was the franchise that bought out Tribes to begin with, and why we don't see any Tribes video games? We see all kinds of these other video games based off of the idea of Tribes, big team battles and stuff like that. We wouldn't have these big team battle video games if it wasn't for video games like Tribes being bought out by major franchises like Activision. I'm not done with my rant here either, talking about this. Take a look at this game, Battlefield 2042. This game is way better than Call of Duty. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I don't care what anyone says. You can fly a wingsuit in this game. You can get sucked up by a storm and fly a fucking wingsuit. Can you do that in Call of Duty? Can Call of Duty do that? What about Halo Infinite? I saw someone trying to compare Battlefield 2042 to Halo Infinite. Let me tell you something. This game is not like Halo Infinite. It is not. Can you fly planes, jets, or even like any kind of transportation ship in Halo Infinite, like how you do in Battlefield? Can you fly like that? What about the guns? The guns are not the same. The guns are definitely not the same. Even the aiming is not the same. It's unreal because it's Halo. There is no comparison. This game does not have a Halo feel to it. Anybody who has a Halo, who says that this game has a Halo feel to it, you must be taking some serious drugs, or you're not too intuitive and focused on the subject of what's being talked about. Some people say, "Oh, you're talking too slow." Whatever. Who cares? You're just trying to divert your attention to something else. I don't care about that. I don't care if I'm talking too slow for you. You know, I'm trying to tell you that Microsoft bought out Activision. That's all I'm trying to tell you. And play video games at the same time. But people will have their own opinions. This is mine. And mine is this, that anybody could have bought out Activision. Anybody could have bought out those games. And now just because Microsoft has the power to buy out Activision, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, we have entitlement to Call of Duty, we have entitlement to Diablo, Candy Crush, anything that Activision makes that has the Activision label on it, that's ours." And it's like, so what? So what? PlayStation has Predator. PlayStation has Gran Turismo, the game that's putting out Forza out of business because the customization in Gran Turismo is way more in depth. It's way more in depth, and it's way more some other word I can't think of, but Gran Turismo is just way better than Forza. You know what that means? That means that Xbox sucks. And so what? So what if Microsoft bought out Activision? Anybody could have done it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Anybody could have done it. Anybody could have bought out Activision. Anybody. That's a failing franchise. They have too many problems. What's Microsoft gonna do with Call of Duty? What's gonna happen to it? If you ask me, it's just gonna turn into another Halo game, a modernized Halo. You know, the way that they were doing it by themselves, without help from any outside. The game seems to be doing just fine on its own. Doesn't need help from Microsoft to make it into a Halo video game. Oh yeah, what about the time that Microsoft and Activision were actually once partners in making a video game called Destiny? How about that? And what happened to that little story? And now all of a sudden Activision wants to run back to Microsoft for help or whatever, because and this time it's permanent. You know, they ran away. Activision runs away from Microsoft, Bungie, you know, because Bungie was entitled to Microsoft at the time because of the Halo game. And this was all before, you know, Halo was a good game until they made Destiny. You know, everything that you see about Halo Infinite, that game would be way better if they didn't partner with Activision at the time. And partnering with Activision to make a video game was a bad idea. I don't know why Activision did it. Maybe they wanted the graphics to make the game that they wanted to make out of Destiny. And now look at it. It's all solo. It's all Bungie. And it's just a straight up fucking Halo game. It's another Halo game. The only difference is you're not a Spartan. You're some kind of being with powers. You know, and you got this Halo feel to it. You know? That's Halo. You play Battlefield. Battlefield has always been Battlefield. Battlefield has always had its Battlefield feel to it. Doesn't matter if you play Battlefield 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever Battlefield you play. Doesn't matter. It's always, you're always going to have that Battlefield feel. And even though this Battlefield 2042 has 3 game modes actually to the main game, minus the portal where you get access to all the Battlefield franchises, I'm just letting you know right now that with these 3 game modes alone, this game is a way more dominant video game than Call of Duty. Because if you remember playing Battlefield, doesn't matter when you started playing Battlefield, what was the most popular game mode people would always want to play? And they want to play objective, an objective-based game mode with a big battle team consisting of 4 people, 4 to 1 person. Conquest. Everybody always turned to Conquest. That's how come Battlefield has it set up the way it does. But it's not probably gonna be like that forever. This game just came out, you know. It's not gonna be permanent, you know. There will be add-ons in the future, you know, to help improve the game and to help make the game sell a little better and just to make it more fun, you know. I remember in the last Battlefield game they had a Battle Royale mode. That was something else. I still haven't even played the Battle Royale mode. This Hazard Zone is close to a Battle Royale mode, but with AI bots. And half the time when I play Hazard Zone, I can't even tell if I'm playing with bots or people. That's how crazy it is. Sometimes even when you're playing the epic battles and territorial control of all-out warfare, just letting you know, man, that anybody could have bought out Activision, and now all of a sudden Microsoft is all puffed up now. They're all puffed up, and they're all thinking, that they're better than everybody. And we all know what happens to people who get all puffed up and who thinks that they're better than everyone else because they bought out the most popular franchise in the world. It's like I've been saying. Anybody could have made an offer to PlayStation and bought them out. Anybody could have made an offer to Activision and bought them out. Anybody. Microsoft, PlayStation, Bungie, Epic Games, the people who make other video games. Epic Games could have done it. Unreal Technology, the engine that is popular in almost every video game, the Unreal Engine. They could have bought out Activision and started making video games. Just saying. Anybody could have done it with multi-millions of dollars to buy out the franchise. Anybody who has more money than the franchise that they're wanting to buy out could easily buy out the franchise and make all that money back in a day. In one day. Because they bought out the franchise, and now guess what? All the income is gonna go to that person who bought out the franchise. It's not, all the money is not gonna go towards the franchise anymore. It's gonna go towards the buyer, Microsoft. Activision is no longer entitled to whatever it does. Whatever they do, they're no longer entitled to it. All their designs, stories, graphics, ideas, it's all bought out. All of it bought out. But let's turn the tables to let's begin, please, to turn the tables to something more different. Let's talk about the roadmap for Call of Duty and where it's gonna go from here. Because the way I see it, I've been watching a lot of people, and by a lot of people I mean one person. I've been watching the Doc, the champ. Yeah, I watch him. I don't like him myself, but he's alright. I'd probably say the same thing, Whatever, it's whatever. There are things that I like and don't like about what he says. Not that I don't like him. I just don't like what it's that agree to disagree type feeling. But anyway, besides the point, I can agree to disagree with somebody on something and say that yes, Call of Duty is failing. No, I don't think they should get rid of Caldera. They should improve it, make improvements. They should live up to the expectations of the players, the people who are playing. And players expect things to work. I can disagree with anybody on this and say that there are certain weapons in the game that are meant for PC. That's BS. It's not about how you're playing or whatever. Weapons in the game, they're all different. They all have different feel to it. There are the different aspects, different feats, So not every gun is going to perform to your expectations. If you notice in previous videos, even when they destroyed Verdansk, I'm customizing my weapon, and you see that it's all green. That means that the gun has more pros than cons. The gun has more positive aspects. I have more control over the weapon. I can shoot the gun with hardly any recoil. And people want to say, oh, that's hacking, that's cheating. No, that's somebody utilizing the attachments, and instead of just customizing any ordinary old weapon in the game, they're actually reading the description of every single attachment. What are the pros, what are the cons, and that's how the player has been playing the game. I notice a lot of people in these videos, they just go up in there and customize any old weapon, and all of a sudden they got one piece of red, and it could be a defect on their range, it could be a negative on their control, it could be a negative on the mobility, making the gun more heavy. You can't run with the weapon, you're too slow, you can't utilize your full speed. People don't know these things, and it takes time to learn these things, I understand. But no, I don't agree with people saying that there are certain weapons meant for PC and there are certain weapons meant for control. That's a bunch of BS. It's because you don't know how to customize your weapon. You're not fully utilizing the weapon to its full capabilities. How to fix Caldera? Yeah, let's get Microsoft to fix it. Make it into a Halo game. How about that? Make it into Halo. 17 minutes have already passed by, and I'm still talking about Microsoft. I haven't even played a single match yet, or a single fucking video game this morning, because I can't fathom the fact that Microsoft bought out Activision, and they're doing it. I know why they're doing it. They're doing it to spite PlayStation. Anybody could have done it. PlayStation could have bought Activision. Shit, fucking Nintendo Wii could have bought Activision. The Nintendo could have bought Activision. Imagine playing Call of Duty on Nintendo. How about that? Can't. It's impossible. For those who got problems, just did a little brief smoke break. I just want to make it clear that I smoke recreationally, and I smoke simply due to the fact that I got mental issues. Playing video games and doing this is relaxing. Back to the subject. Anybody could have bought Call of Duty, the Activision franchise, Blizzard, Treyarch. Microsoft has patency to everything. The Treyarch, the Infinity Ward, any ties to the Call of Duty, the High Moon Studios, they bought that. The everything, you know, and so the roadmap for Call of Duty is massive, but it could also do more damage than good. Because think about it. Microsoft is a competitor with Sony. Microsoft will do anything in its power to convince players that Microsoft is better than Sony. And by them buying a franchise, a video game franchise, and they only made, let's see, Microsoft only made 3 video games. They have a flight simulator and some other 2 other video games that I don't know of because I don't play Xbox. I don't like Xbox. Their graphics are too anime versus something that I want to see with more visual effects. I want to feel more real feel to it. And it's true. I've done this already with my friends, and they say that their Xbox is better still, and that the graphics are fine. And it's like, no. You can't tell me that, because I already done what you did, and I already did my comparison. PlayStation has way better visuals than Xbox. You can tell. I already played Xbox. I could do a visual comparison of Halo, any Halo, to any Battlefield on any of the console, 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and graphically, PlayStation has the upper hand. And it's true. You look at Call of Duty on an Xbox, what does it look like? It looks like a bunch of paper mache. You play on PlayStation, it doesn't look like paper mache. That dude looks like a piece of clay that's molded with a shell to fill blood, and it looks real. It looks like a fucking sponge, a realistic bullet sponge of some sort, you know. Look at this. You see this ring on this dude's hand? That looks like a fucking ring. I bet if you were to play on Xbox, that thing wouldn't look shiny. It wouldn't even look shiny at all. It would look like some kind of metal on his finger with no visual effect. With nothing. This guy, his red outfit and his cowboy hat, he would look like a fucking cartoon character. I don't know. All I'm saying is this: that the roadmap for Call of Duty could be really shitty. Call of Duty could possibly get shut down and turned into something else. What I would like to see, since Microsoft bought Activision, who are the ones who bought Tribe's Aerial Assault, the Sierra gaming company that made Tribes, it would be nice to see that game rebooted back to life, because there's there's a lot of people who still don't know what Tribes is. And as this video is being made right now, my broadcast, 25 minutes have passed talking about this merger. All I'm saying is that this franchise, Tribes, I want to see it. I want to see some Tribes. I want to see some real flying jetpack shit. You know, some real explosion. You know, like some real action. You know, you can fly vehicles in that game. You just go up to a station. You select a loadout. You get loadouts. You have different loadouts. It's like Call of Duty. You get 5 loadouts in Tribes. 5 loadouts. 5. Then you can choose between a light class, medium class, a heavy class, and a brute class. And there's 5 classes, I think, or 6. I don't know how many classes there are, but there's a lot of classes. There's a lot of weapons. Everything's different in Tribes.
You're spending serious resources to stay in this. They've occupied Sector Charlie.
I didn't know that this was a flashlight. I thought this was a laser sight.
Still time, but our forces are paying a cost. Our forces have seized all of Sector Echo. We have secured most of the sectors. Defend them at all costs. Troops have captured Sector Charlie. Every sector is under our control. Head over there! Echo 1 has been lost.
Regroup on my far marker!
They're down to half strength.
There's just one guy.
Echo under enemy control.
Oh yeah.
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives.
This will hurt them!
Try to get it through that. No way. Call of Duty's better than Battlefield 2042. And there's no way that this game sucks. And there's no comparison to Halo Infinite. Climb all the rocks you want, bub.
and they'll take every sector. Reinforcements still coming, but we're at half strength. Sector Echo fully secure. They've tapped their reserves. This is their last shot. Got to start securing sectors. Enemy has majority control. Any orders?
Assembling sentry.
They're falling back. Good work, notepads. You've won allies back home.
I was already in a squad in the game. It's fine. I'm cool. I appreciate the offer, though.
Still got work to do.
Now that's what I'm talking about, some action. See? Good luck, Microsoft, trying to compete with that. Yeah, I like that. I like this game. You know? I don't hate it.
Now we get serious.
What's there to hate? There's nothing to hate. You know, what, people? I mean, come on. This is, I hate it too, dying. I hate losing. Losing all the time sucks. That's why I don't play Call of Duty. I have never won a single COD match. You want me to prove it? I'll prove it. You know? Yeah, they got the anti-cheat software. You know, that's a plus. No, but you know, does it really work? You know, you think with Microsoft coming about, you know, it would work. That's not the case. So much for Diablo. I haven't even fucking beat the game. And I'm over here trying to beat Diablo. I got all these streamers and people requesting streams and stuff, and it's like, I got you. You know, you want a Skyrim stream? I'll give you a Skyrim stream. I'm playing Skyrim right now. You want an ESO? You want a preview of ESO? I'll give you ESO. Elder Scrolls Online. You know? You want what do you want? You know, I got all kinds of games. I have over 161 titles. I'm excited for Rainbow Six Extraction. That looks pretty sick. You know, I remember playing the Rainbow Six Extraction on Siege when they had the event for the zombies. It was like zombies, but it's more or less like an alien of some sort. And it was pretty cool because they based they had this story based out of New Mexico, and I was like, hey, I'm from New Mexico. That makes a lot of sense. Roswell. I don't know though. That roadmap for Call of Duty. I don't agree with it. Not one bit. I have an idea on how they should fix Caldera. They literally need to get rid of, like, because it's Call of Duty Vanguard, they need to get rid of the fucking what you call it, not get rid of the weapons, you know, kind of like keep those around for the Battle Royale mode, the Modern Warfare and the Black Ops weapons, but with the loadout drops, you know, for like your stopping rounds and all that. Bro, they had stopping rounds back in the Vanguard days. They had munition boxes. They didn't have a shield barricade. They had dead silence, and they had tactical insertions. They didn't have recon drones and shield barricades. You know, since when in Nazi times would you see a Nazi just whip out this shield barricade and go bam? You know, I'd like to hear the soldier story of a Nazi whipping out a shield barricade, because as far as I know, the only thing close that they had to a shield barricade was a freaking riot shield. You know what I mean? So they need to get rid of like some of those them specialists loadout them loadout things, whatever they're called. I fucking forget. Since